Hello and happy Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, July the 7th. It's July already. I know I've been building up to this more than a half of a year thing, but we are officially on the second half of the year, and I have mixed feelings about it. I do not like how hot it is outside right now, but I am loving how light it is. It is 8 o'clock Eastern time. Daylight. It is daylight outside, so I don't know. I'm having mixed feelings about sliding down the second half of the year because it will eventually mean a little bit cooler weather, which John will not want to hear about because he likes it hot like this. But it also means the days are going to start getting shorter. Anyway, hello and happy Sunday. I am Kelly. This is IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Today is July the 7th. It is a Sunday, and this is chat number 371, and it is titled, Hello Elaine. It is not titled Hello Elaine, but Hello Elaine. It is titled, How to Actually Achieve Your Goals. We've talked about this several times, like many times over the years, but we're going to talk about it in a tiny little bit different way tonight. But again, hello Elaine, hello Lynn, hello Mary Ann, good to see you. Hello Sarah, or greetings to Sarah from Raleigh, Massachusetts. Let's see, and yep, she said it's going to be warmer there this next week too. Blah. Yeah, John loves it, but I can't stand it. And hello Sherry from Cape Coral, Florida. It is good to see you. Hello, John from Home Base, who loves the hot weather. The rest of us, not so much. Hello, Vicki from Illinois. Good to see you. Yeah, hope everybody had a fantastic 4th. I hope you all were safe. We had a lot of weird incidents happen near us on the 4th, like not super close. Oh, yay! Hold on. Hello, Mary from Pittsburgh. And I have to sidetrack. John is watering my garden. Yay! Thank you. Okay, so all is forgiven. And hello, Catherine from Lowell, North Carolina. Good to see you. But we had some weird, bizarre things happen in the area on the 4th of July, so I hope all of you all are safe. And I hope none of those weird things happen to you all. Again, they were just really, really strange. And hello, Orlando Debbie. People putting fireworks on their heads, holding them really close to themselves, lightning striking vehicles. It was just super duper weird. But anyway, so I love fireworks, but we were safely nestled, in the camper while Casey's neighbor went crazy with the fireworks. Okay, so again, this is Sunday, July the 7th, chat number 371. Today is, well, first of all, if you're brand new, let us know. Hello, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. If you're brand new, let us know because we would love to say hi and hello. We love chatting with each other. We're just having like a good old hometown meeting here, all of us sitting here together. But today is the first day of the Changing Unhealthy Thoughts Challenge over on the If You Have an Egg Facebook group. Julie is on vacation and it was her anniversary, but she still took time to post a challenge for us this week. So I believe she's on a cruise, and I know it was her wedding anniversary. So happy anniversary, Julie. She shouldn't be here because she's on an anniversary trip, so she shouldn't be here. Shouldn't, but happy anniversary to Julie anyway. But so over on the If You Have an Egg Facebook group, oh my goodness, Orlando Debbie said near Orlando, that they had 3 homes that were set on fire from embers from the fireworks. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Okay. But so Julie, while on her anniversary cruise, did post over in the If You Have an Egg Facebook group. She posted the challenge for this week, and it is Changing Unhealthy Thoughts. That challenge for this week, yep, coincides with everything that we're talking about this week and next week. So we're going to be setting finding out some, just a different way to think about some goal setting and achieving goals and how to change your unhealthy thoughts next week. That is in the If You Have an Egg Facebook group. One of our lovely ladies will probably post the link here soon so that you can go over there and join. Just remember to answer those 3 questions so that I can let you in. So we had a weirdo here last week because I can't not let people in to our live chats until they misbehave themselves, and then we can definitely block them. But I can keep them out of our closed Facebook group. So if you go over there, head over there to join that one, please remember to answer those 3 questions so that I know you're not a creeper like we had last week, and I know you're a real person so I can let you in. Hello, Katie. Happy Sunday to you too. Okay. Also, a little bit of news. I have been selected to participate in a trial program with a company called Bioma Health. And hello, Barbara from Bonao, South Carolina, even though your autocorrect is a lovely, lovely thing, isn't it? It autocorrected it to school. I'm pretty sure she's not at school today. But I have been selected to participate in a trial with Bioma Health. And this is the product that they have sent me. It is Bioma Dietary Supplement Probiotics. And I will be sharing more as I go along. Hello, Vicky. I'll be sharing more as this goes along. But this morning I took my first 2 capsules, and the reason that I applied to be in this group, I'm still continuing my search to get my gut back. You know, we talk a lot about good gut, you know, good bacteria, bad bacteria, about your having good gut health. And we talk a lot about energy. Hello, Melvie. It's good to see you. Just getting my gut, I don't know, my gut health and my energy back to its pre-2020 condition. I don't know. Before 2020, I was at goal weight. My mom was feeding me vegetarian and vegan meals frequently. I was walking twice a day. I had all kinds of energy. I was feeling good. I didn't feel bloaty around the middle or anything else. And I'm telling you, since 2020, I have been on the search for something. I'm hoping that this is the something. I'll let y'all know how it goes as the trial goes. But again, today was day 1. So I don't have a lot of, a lot of things to, to update you on yet. But I have been told, and hello, Carolou. I've been told that this is not an appetite suppressant. Not an appetite suppressant at all. Hold on, I'll tell you as much as I know about it. So hold on. So I have been told that this will ensure that the good guys win. So you have millions of good and bad bacteria in your tummy, in your gut. And they're having a battle every single day. The good bacteria and the bad bacteria are having a battle in your stomach. They've told me that if I will just try this, that the good bacteria, the good guys, will win. Okay. So more results to follow. This is a probiotic. It is not an appetite suppressant. It is not an energy enhancer. It's not anything like that. It has nothing to do with, it's not a shot. It is a pill, but it's not a shot. It's not a, I don't know. It's not a lose weight quick thing. It's to get your tummy back in order. That's what I've been looking for, because when my tummy's out of sorts, when the good guys are not winning, in my gut, I just have issues. So, okay, we'll talk about more about that later, because I could go on and on and on. I have other chats about, regulatory things and eating good things. That's another reason why Kelsey and I are going to try fermenting next week, is just to try and I think there's just a lot that goes on in here, a lot that you don't even consider. Okay, I digress from that, because there's an extra special thing I want to do at the end of the first half, and I want to make sure that I have time for it. So that's the little bit of news that I have so far for this month, and it is July already, but I need to know who on July 4th week, on that holiday week, who sat their bottom in a chair last week. So give me some thumbs ups for that. Thumbs ups if you sat your bottom in a chair last week at an in-person workshop, or if you attended a Zoom workshop. Oh, yep, and my little bubble thing is working. Boom, little bubble thing. So thumbs ups for that. And let's see some hearts if you were here with us live last week, or if you watched later on demand. So hearts for that. Awesome. The little heart thing's working tonight too. Awesome. Yay, yay, yay. Yep, and Melissa, I saw you. And Melissa's rocking it. She is rocking it on maintenance. So she's doing a fantastic job. So bravo stickers to everyone who went to an in-person workshop last week, or attended a Zoom workshop, or both, or was here with us live. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So more bravo stickers to pass around. Okay, yes. So Vicky eats sauerkraut too, and she takes a probiotic, and it helps. I'm telling you, this is supposed to be a probiotic on steroids, and I don't really mean steroids, okay? So nobody think that I'm taking steroids. That's what I'm told. So I'm going to try it. And I'm going to let y'all know how it is. And aloha, Kathy. Good to see you. Last week was chat number 370, and we were talking about ways to get out of a food rut. Let's see, hold on a second. Yeah, Carol might have to skip the live next week, because Peanut, we both have a Peanut, is coming to visit for her birthday. Awesome. Well, I totally forgive you, because that's an excellent reason to miss the live. Good. Yep, and Debbie takes a pre and a probiotic daily. They understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so last week was chat number 370, and we were talking about like being in a food rut. Sometimes we just get in a food rut. When I hear people say, oh yeah, I know every day for breakfast, and there's nothing wrong with this breakfast, but they say something like, yep, every day for breakfast I eat a hard-boiled egg, a piece of dry toast, and a cup of coffee every single day. Okay, that's great. That is great for planning ahead, for knowing what you're going to have, for not worrying about it, whatever. But sometimes we get into a little bit of a food rut. So the first thing I suggested that you try to get out of a food rut is to spice it up a bit, and is to maybe get a spice that you've never had before, maybe change a blend, you know, do something like that. I actually, in the second half, have a new to me spice that's not a new to me spice, but it is new to me using it as a whole spice, okay? As a whole spice. So yeah, we'll just have to, hello Danielle. So y'all just have to hang in with me for the second half. The second thing that I suggested was that there was a first time for everything, that maybe you just need to try new food. And I don't mean that you have to go out and try to, you know, like find and slay a dragon fruit, or that you have to go, you know, hack into a jackfruit and figure out how to make it into pulled pork, you know, a vegetarian pulled pork. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying something a little bit new. So my friend Kelsey had introduced me to a custard squash. I will never not eat that again. So sometimes, you know, just finding something new. I promise none of us, even as venturous as a few of us here are, none of us have tasted every single thing that there is to try on the planet, okay? There's always something new. And then the last thing was to do like a prep switch up. So to switch up kind of the way that you were prepping something. I did that last week when we did some quick pickle vegetables, because I eat pickles and I eat pickled things, but I had never really tried it. So I did that last week on switching up some prep. And so your homework for last week was hashtag prep switch up magic. And I wanted y'all to show us some kind of, you know, some magic things. You know, what are some kind of magic things that you've done to switch up your prep? You know, so that you can, you know, switch things up and you just don't get stuck in that food rut. So Sherry says that due to the price of fresh produce, she took one of her family favorites, one of her family's favorite entrees, which is rotisserie chicken, and she switched it up by preparing it with a recipe with lower fat chicken. Made a lower fat chicken salad. And so far, they love it. They love it. So that is some magic, to take some rotisserie chicken and kind of, you know, switch up the preparation and make it into a low-fat chicken salad. Fantastic idea. Anne, who I happen to know is here, said, oh no, Anne, tell me what you said, because it did not copy on here. Let me think. What was Anne's? Anne, I am so sorry. Think a minute. Think, Kelly. Think. What was it? Because I just looked at it like 2 hours ago. Anne, tell me what you did for your homework, because it did not paste here on my notes. Well, I'll try to remember what it was you said, because I do remember it. And hello, Trish from Southern California. Oh, I do remember it. Yes, I do remember that. Switching out ground turkey for ground chicken, because I remember, because it said switching out, and then like the rest of it is not there. But I remember asking, what do you think? So do you think that does the ground chicken taste better? Is it just a different texture? Is it easier to find? Is it easier to prepare? What made you switch from ground turkey to ground chicken? And apparently you love it, because you said you've been having a really good week with that. So that one was another good one, and I can't wait to hear why and how that's been working out for you. And then Vicky has gotten back to absolutely nothing being forbidden. Everything in moderation, okay? So she's just telling herself everything is in moderation. She did some prep switch up magic and got all of her food tools back out. You know what? Because she thought, if I have them on hand and I've got the right mindset and I'm worth it, hard work for the prep pays off. So fantastic job, ladies. You all did so awesome and amazing. Bravo stickers for your homework. Good job, everybody. Good job. And Anne, I do want to hear about the switching out the ground turkey for the ground chicken, because I'm all ears. I'm all about it. This week, though, we're talking about how to actually achieve your goals. We talk about that a lot. I mean, Gwen has been drilling that in my head for what? Let's see. Casey's 30, so she's been drilling it in my head for 28 years now. STAR goals, ways to reach your goals, baby steps to your goals, you know, things like that. So this week we're going to talk about ways to actually achieve those goals. So I'm going to tell you a goal I set for myself this morning. Okay, so I woke up this morning. So today's Sunday. We sleep a little bit later. I mean, we slept till like 6:30, 6:40. But I woke up this morning, yawned, stretched, got ready to get out of bed, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a half marathon next weekend. So yeah, next weekend. So today is July the 7th. So next Saturday would be July the 14th. I'm going to do a half marathon on the 14th, on July 14th. What do y'all think about that? Do you think that's a good goal? Is that a good goal for me? What do you think? Do you think that's realistic? Hello, Loretta. Good to see you. Yeah, not. No. So who are we kidding? No! I know. See, Carol Lou knows me. Okay, so who are we kidding? If you've known me for more than... Casey, hold on a second. Casey just sent 100 stars. Why? Why? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, Melissa knows the answer. Melissa says, nope, you need weeks of prep. Debbie says you'll be in bed the next day. So listen, who are we kidding? If y'all have known me for any length of time, if you've known me for just even a handful of weeks, you know that if I'm running, you better be running too, because something is wrong, okay? I don't run. I'm not a runner. But what's even worse is setting a goal that big with no prep, no getting ready, on that kind of a ridiculous deadline. There's no way. I mean, there's literally zero chance. There is this much of a chance going for, yeah, I know Lynn says, who is chasing you? Exactly. So that wasn't real. I didn't really do that. Y'all know I didn't do that. But sometimes we set ourselves up for things like that. You know, sometimes we get up and say, and it doesn't have to be, I'm going to run a half marathon next week. But sometimes our goals are that lofty. Sometimes they are that lofty and that, you know, unreachable without some prep or some other things. So some pro tips for actually achieving those loftier goals. The first thing is take it down a notch, okay? Sometimes you just got to take it down a notch. So maybe the end goal really is a half marathon. Mind you, that's not me. So let's just say, just play along with me. Just play along, pretend like it is me. It's not me. But let's just say that the end goal really is a half marathon. It's a pretty lofty goal for someone who doesn't run at all, okay? And remember, that is not a goal. That's not a goal that I'm setting for myself. So you might need to take it down, just take it down a notch to something that's more achievable based on maybe your skill level or your endurance level or your time allocations, so on and so on. So, you know, if I'm going to take it down a notch, which again, I'm not going to run, it's not happening, but if I were to take it down a notch, maybe I could say a 5K, maybe a 5K walk would be more in order, okay? That's taking it down several notches, but that might be more more appropriate for me at this point. So next thing is check your watch, okay? So check your watch. The second step, oh, hold on a second, that was Alyssa. Alyssa wanted to send stars while they watched me. And she might have blue hair again when I come home. Fantastic. So Alyssa, thank you for the stars. Thank you so much. And I think Alyssa might be here with me next week because we have a recipe that she created on July 4th. So she might be here next Sunday to help me with that. But yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Alyssa. So the second step though is to check your watch. Okay, so the second step is getting to this goal to a manageable level is time management, okay? So, I mean, consider your schedule, then consider the goal, maybe, and then life, things that are happening. I'm not saying you don't have time to get ready for a half marathon, but a week, that's not enough time. Even for somebody who runs, even for somebody, and it's not me, even for somebody who does run, a week to get ready it's not good time management. So you have to think about things like, is this a good time to set a big goal with other things in my schedule? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. How much time a day do you have available to spend on it? So, you know, if I have like 15 or 20 minutes a day, yeah, a half marathon might not be a good one, because how long does it take? Okay, people who run, how long does it take to even run a half marathon? I'm pretty sure you're going to have a good hefty a time allotment per day to even get ready for this. And then is the ultimate goal time dependent? So let's pretend again like this half marathon really was next Saturday. That's a timeline. That would be a hard set timeline that you couldn't move it. There's nothing you could do to get around it. Things like oh yeah, and Debbie said, and not now when it's 96 degrees with humidity. You know, you're for sure. Yeah, that's exactly right, Debbie. But you know, I mean, if it has a timeline, then you might need to think about, maybe a smaller goal or, something like that. So think about what that timeline is. If your goal was just to run a half marathon whenever, you might have time, okay? Okay, then the next thing is, let's see, Melissa says she jogged a half marathon in 4.5 hours. My friend Melanie and I used to do, it was called, let's see, what was it called? We used to do this thing called the walkathon, and I'm pretty sure it was for St. Jude's, and I'm pretty sure it was 22 miles if I'm not mistaken. It took us all day long to walk that. We were dead when we got done. We thought we were going to die the whole way through. Blisters on our feet, whatever. Even though we prepped some for it, we were teenagers. I mean, we were just teenagers, and we just wanted to do it because our parents would let us walk in a part of Knoxville that was not the best part of Knoxville to walk in, but you were doing the walkathon, so you know they would let you go. But even with a little bit of prep, yeah, same. So it took a whole day. So yeah, you have to think about how much time a day do you even have available to spend on it. Melanie and I, obviously, we're not walking an entire day every day. We were walking like an hour, 45 minutes or an hour to get ready for this thing that was going to take us all day long. Okay, and the last one, and I hope Alyssa is still here. So the last one is going to seem totally random, okay? It's going to seem, you're going to think, what on earth is she even talking about? Because it is going to seem totally random, but it's really not, okay? Alyssa's kindergarten teacher had a system for reaching their end of the day goal by clipping up, okay? Oh wait, hold on a second. Debbie says at Disney you have to do 16-minute miles or you get swept by balloon ladies. What does that mean? What is balloon ladies? Anyway, sorry. So Alyssa's teacher had, her kindergarten teacher, Miss Bailey, she had a goal for the children, you know, every day. And so, but it was clipping up. So everybody had a clip, and your goal was to have clipped up to a certain color by the end of the day. And Casey just tried to text it to me, but I can't go back to my text messages while we're talking. So I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, either purple or blue was the best color. But like there were some colors you didn't want to be, because you could also clip down, okay? You can clip up or you can clip down. And I really am going somewhere with this, so hang in there. Okay, everybody started the day on the same clip, okay? And as you achieve smaller goals during the day, like being kind to someone, following instructions, participating, you know, things like that. And yes, being kind or being polite could get you clipped up, okay? I think that's a great way to clip up. We should all do that in life. We should just clip up. We should clip somebody up if they're polite to you, if they open a door, say please or thank you. Okay. Anyway, so that's how they clipped up. So the ultimate goal is ending your day on, I think it was purple. It's either purple or blue. But that was the ultimate goal for every child, unless you were that clip down, you know, kid, which really they had very few clip down days. But you wanted to end your day on that color. You wanted to clip up to that color. And that means you had an amazing day. Like you had the best day ever. It seems simple to think about it, but you can't just clip. You can't just jump from 8:15 in the morning to amazing payday on purple. You can't just do that. You have to do some clipping up in between, okay? So think about that a second. I'm going to show you an example. So let's just say that I want, and I don't want to, but let's just say that I wanted to do a 5K. So if your ultimate goal was to do a 5K, and let's say it was to do a 5K, you know, we're going to use that as one of our clip ups. So to do a 5K, what are some little things that you could do to clip up to that? So right now on this ladder, so we're pretending like this is a ladder. So right now we're down here on this ladder and we need to clip up. So what's the first thing? What's one little thing that you could do to clip up? So to clip up on one of these rungs to get to a 5K. So something small could be something like get new shoes. Okay? You could get some shoes. And let me see if I can write this backwards, because I have to write backwards for you all. Okay, so we just clipped up. We're going to get some new shoes. Okay, so we have one clip for that. So we've got one clip, and look, we're already one clip closer. We're already one clip closer to that. How about pick one so that you know what day it is. So let's say pick a race. That's called a race, right? So we're going to pick a race. Oh my goodness, writing backwards is like so weird. Pick erase so you know. Whoop. The deadline. Oh wait, I think that's a D. So you know the dead. I cannot do a D. Dead line. Okay, so this one is until the 5K. Yep, so that falls right in line with what Ann just said. So you can pick a race so you know the deadline. And shoo, I think I did all of those letters correctly. So there's another clip. That's another clip on our ladder. Okay, so you're going to pick a race day so that you can. You're going to pick a race day so that you can know the ladder. Yep, Loretta says, "Count me out. I'm going to bike it." Yeah, exactly. I know. Okay, so I'm going to take Lynn's and call that enlist a buddy. So Lynn says, make a commitment. Yeah, I think it's a huge commitment. Thank you, Sarah. I think it's a huge commitment if you enlist a buddy. So let's enlist a buddy. And I'm telling y'all what, D's, writing D's backwards, I think every other letter, even the A was simple. Writing a D backwards, that's tough, okay? Okay, so the next thing we're going to do in our ladder, and I'll hurry because we're getting close. So the next thing we're going to do in our ladder is enlist a buddy. So that'll be our next thing on our list. And these are little steps, but they're all little steps that you need to do to be able to get to this. So, and then we're going to go to the big one. We're going to go to, what did you all say? Start by walking let's see, how much you need to increase each week. Yep, that's a good one. Okay, yeah, so start walking. So we're going to say start walking. You know, if you've never walked before, that's an important clip up, okay? So an important clip up might be to just start walking. So maybe that's a clip up, is to just start walking. Okay, and then our last one is going to be increase. I'm telling you, D is hard. Distance or decrease time. Sorry, it is hard to write backwards. Okay, so that next one is going to be, that next clip up is going to be to increase the distance, or, oh my goodness, decreases. That is not even close to spelled correctly. Hold on. Decrease the time it takes. Is that better? So increase the distance or decrease the time it takes, like get faster, you know, walk faster. And then you know what? You have a little baby clip because you got some shoes. The next little clip up, you picked a race so you knew what the deadline was. The next little clip up is you enlisted a buddy. Next little clip, you started walking. The next little clip, you increased the distance or decreased the time that it took you. And then guess what? Yeah, thanks, Sarah. And then guess what? Before you know it, ta-da! You've clipped up. You clipped up. So just like the little children in Alyssa's kindergarten class who didn't go from 8:15 in the morning to purple clip up to, you know, to awesome day, they didn't do that all in one whoop. They had to clip up a little bit at a time. Okay. So that, guess what? You know it. That's your homework for this week. So your homework for this week is hashtag clip up. CLIPUP, hashtag clip up. And I want you to find something some goal that you want that you've taken down to a reasonable goal, and I want you to find some little ways that you could clip up. So think about these as like little rungs on a ladder, and you're going to clip up every time you need to figure out some little rungs, some little things that you can clip up to, and then clip. Seriously, I want you to clip it. Thank you, Lynn, for posting the homework. I want you to clip it. When you achieve one of them, clip it. Achieve the next one, clip it. And they need to be small things. Clip it, clip it, clip it. I'm doing that for what we're going to talk about again in the second half of tonight's chat. I am going to change this to be my physical clip up for my goal for this summer. Okay, so everybody do your homework, do your homework, do your homework, do your homework. Hashtag clip up. I want everybody to do that, and really I want you to clip it up. These were little clips that we got at a baby shower yesterday, and everybody thought I was crazy because I didn't win the, when somebody says baby and you go, oh, I need your clothespin, thank you. So I didn't win the game, didn't even come close to winning the game, but I went around and collected clothespins after the game because I needed them for tonight. I already knew that we were going to clip up for the chat tonight. Okay, whew. So does everybody understand what you need to do for your homework? It is time for the second part of our chat. So we're going to stop right now, and we're all going to get a drink of water. This is the only time each week that I know that you had a drink of water, so let's do that now. Cheers, everybody. Get your drink. And if you were ever in, let me think, where are we? Cookville? If you are ever in, pretty sure it's Cookville, Tennessee, I highly recommend Father Tom's Pub. It was really, really good. The food was really, really good. Okay. So new people who've never been with us before, this is the halfway point in our chat. So these chats are 1 hour long. The first half is you have to endure classroom from whatever the Weight Watchers topic was from the prior week. And the second half, we try to do something fun or delicious or both. Okay, and occasionally we play games. We're not playing a game tonight, but occasionally we play games. So, talking about clipping up from the first half of tonight's chat, my goal for summer, I don't know if y'all remember it or not, my goal for summer is to figure out how to pickle and then ferment some of these vegetables that we have coming in this lovely, lovely garden that John created for me. So John knows, I'm sorry, just get all my hair back in spot now. So John knows nothing about gardening. He knows nothing about the outdoors, nothing about gardening. I don't think he's ever, I'm trying to think, he's ever planted anything? I don't think he's ever planted anything. He was an inside city boy. I'm not telling you anything he wouldn't tell you himself. They rode motorcycles and I don't know, did lots of other things, but they didn't do gardening. They didn't do gardening. They didn't do any food prep, anything like that. So he didn't grow up doing that. I, on the other hand, grew up on a 13-acre farm. Slow down, dude, slow down. I, on the other hand, grew up on a 13-acre farm, and we had, which is not big, that's a small farm, but we had a half-an-acre garden, and trust me, that's what our summers were filled with. So we still had lots of fun, but our summers were filled with gardening, freezing things. I can't tell you how many days I spent cutting blanched corn off of the cob, and I'd eat some, put some in the baggies, eat some, put some in the baggies. I probably ate my weight in blanched corn when we prepared it every year, and it was Silver Queen and Peaches and Cream. And if anybody knows what I'm talking about, you know that Silver Queen and Peaches and Cream corn are the best on the planet. Okay, I didn't find any this year to be able to put up, but my goal 2 years ago was to master fermenting. Okay, so my mom would have wanted me to do that. She had already passed away at that point, so that wasn't going to happen. So that was a lofty goal. That was an up here goal, okay, that I was going to be a master fermenter, and I was just going to know how to do it immediately. Okay, that was an epic fail, so I didn't do it. I didn't end up doing it. I completely skipped fermenting last year. Didn't even try to ferment last year. This year, I decided, you know what? I am going to pickle and ferment a few things from our garden. So that's a smaller goal. Yes, Vicki, Peaches and Cream is the best. So that was a much smaller goal. So my lofty goal, my very lofty goal, was to learn how to ferment and pickle everything. And remember in the first part of our chat, I talked about taking it down a notch. So it took me 2 years, since I didn't kill it and I didn't master it that first year. I didn't even try it last year. Like, I quit. I just absolutely quit. So this year I took it down a couple of notches and I decided, you know what? I'm going to try a little bit of quick pickling, and I'm going to try a couple of things. I'm going to try and ferment a couple of things. And the 2 things that I've chosen for fermenting starts next week, but I have decided to try and ferment cabbage because, duh, sauerkraut, hello, should be the easiest thing on the planet to ferment. And also pickles. So I have heard that as good as pickled pickles are, that fermented pickles are even better. Okay, but we're not to the fermenting part. So on these baby steps, on this clipping up, I decided that the first clip up would be to find somebody who had a clue what I was talking about, and that's my friend Kelsey. It's also Casey's friend Kelsey. The second thing on my clip up was to find some resources that could explain the difference between pickling or quick pickling or pickling in period in general and fermenting. And then the next one was to try it with assistance. So last week we had a quick pick. We tried a quick pickle recipe that Kelsey had given me, and we tried her quick pickles. Like I tried them. When I say try them, like I ate one of them just to see how it tasted. So next step on that ladder was for me to try it. So last week we did, based off of Kelsey's recipe and a couple of recipes and some advice that I found on the internet, I went up a rung on my clip up ladder. I went up a rung and I modified Kelsey's recipe, plus used a recipe or a method that I found online for using the Instant Pot to make the brine. And I tried 4 different things. So this is just a little clip up. So we're gonna try all 4 of these first. It turned out really pretty too, by the way. We're gonna try all 4 of these first, and then we're gonna try the next thing on my clip up. So these are all some form of quick pickles. These all either have cucumbers or squash or zucchini, or one of them has one of those little custard squash in it, which I think that's the one I'm going to try. Different variations. One of them has a tomato in it. That would be a little messy, I think, so I'm not going to try that tonight. But they're done 4 different ways with 4 different spices in them, 4 different spice blends, and I'm going to try them live because I'm just that glutton for punishment. So this one, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'm hoping that Alyssa likes these. So these are literally just quick pickled cucumbers, and I made these in hopes that Alyssa would like them. She doesn't eat very many vegetables at all, but she loves pickles. I have not tried these, so y'all say a little prayer for me. I'm assuming that they're good. So baby step, clipping up on my ladder, was to try the quick pickling. It's been a week now, so these have been in there an entire week now, and I haven't tried them. It smells like a pickle. So fingers crossed it actually tastes like a pickle. Okay, this one was cucumbers, dill, coriander, a little bit of garlic, and peppercorn was in this one. Oh my gosh, y'all. I made pickles. I get to clip up. I made pickles. This tastes like a pickle. I'm shocked. I really, really, really hope Alyssa likes these. It's just a pickle. Yeah! Awesome. Okay. So, I get to clip up because I successfully made just a dill pickle. Awesome. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Casey, if you are still there, let Alyssa know. I successfully made, yes, did you hear it? Melissa, hold on. Hold on, let me get the one that I bit out of the other container. Okay. So listen. Yep. Can you hear it? many pickles. Yeah. And I don't know, depending on how these turned out, I can't bring these Tuesday night because these are Alyssa's. But depending on how these other 3 turn out, I might bring some for y'all to try Tuesday night. Okay, this next one, let me look at it. Let me try to remember what's in here. So this next one has, oh, and yeah, somebody asked, oh, Vicky asked if I refrigerated. Yes, quick pickles you refrigerate. So fermenting, you don't refrigerate. Quick pickling you do. Okay, let me see. Okay, I want a cucumber because I want to try something. I want to try like a that's zucchini. So I want to try like the same thing, you know, from each one just to see how it is. So this one was, let me see what this one had in it. So this one had the dill and coriander. Oh, and it had beets in it. Oh, not beets. I keep calling them beets. It had radishes in it too. So let's see how this one is. It's a pickle. It's a pickled vegetable. Whew. It's extra tangy. Okay, so that was the regular one that wasn't just cucumbers. It had other vegetables in it. This one, okay, I think this is the one that had, yes, so this is the one that had the basil in it. So this is the one that I call the giardinaria. I don't want to dump this out, but this is the one that I call the giardinaria, if I'm even saying that correctly. But it has tomatoes, it's got radishes, but it also has regular basil and purple basil in it. So it was just a little bit different. It was a little bit different flavor, but I'm going to try the custard squash, that little baby custard squash out of this one. I have 2 bigger custard squashes now, but I wanted to see what this tastes like because the custard squash cooked in the air fryer was really good. Yeah, and Sarah, that is my next week's clip up because we're going to try doing fermentation. So pretty good. It's very basil-y. It's very basil-y, but it's also sort of pickly. Yeah, I kind of like the basil in it. So that one's the giardinaria. So that has all the different vegetables in it, plus it had basil. Also crunchy. Very good. I think I get to clip up. These are all really good. This one, I'm a little nervous about. So, I don't know if y'all remember, but I put jalapenos in this one because Casey's not a big, there's a jalapeno. Casey is not a big pickle fan. Like, she doesn't like just pickles, but she loves sweet hot pickles. So I made some sweet hot ones. Let's see. So I made them just like regular pickles, just like I made the pickles for Alyssa, except I put jalapenos in there. So let's see how these are. Okay. Actually not as hot as I think Casey would want it to be. But that's still really very good. Let me see what a squash tastes like, just out of curiosity. And so these have been pickling, these have been quick pickling for a week now because I don't know if you remember this or not, but you and I, we did all of these last week. Pretty dang good. I would say next time I think I'll put more jalapenos in there and maybe just a little bit of red pepper. It's good, it's got a good flavor, but I don't think it's as hot as Casey is going to expect it to be. Okay, now on to something different. This is something that I did, again, I wanted to try 2 years ago, and when I didn't immediately master it, so anyway, I'm going to call pickling a success, okay? I think it was a success. This is quick pickling though, so these will only be good in the refrigerator for about 6 months. This is not like a pickling process where you can it, where you do it in an actual pressure canner, which would last until you open them and they would stay good in the refrigerator. But I'm trying to get some of our newest vegetables out of the garden. Go ahead and try, because okay, so 2 years ago when I tried this, I used the limp, leftover, end of the season, whatever vegetables to try and pickle with. And I think that was part of my problem, because they were already kind of sad. They were already kind of, you know, when you get to the end of the garden, well, my mom calls that, she had an end of season tomato recipe that is absolutely fantastic. But the tomatoes, if you could have seen the tomatoes before she started, wow, they looked so sad. But the way that she prepared them, and that is actually on, that is actually already on the website on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. But she, the way she made them, you would have never known that they were the sad little end of the season tomatoes. That's what I did though 2 years ago when I tried pickling. I was using these sad little end of the year cucumbers, and they were the ones that were kind of a funny shape because, you know, everything was getting kind of overgrown, whatever. So this year, that's one of my clip ups when I said I'm going to try it again this year, was I'm using, just came in, like, these are like the first things out of the garden. Haven't used them for anything else other than just eating cucumbers, because I love cucumbers. But I'm trying them fresh, super fresh, little baby vegetables, like, you know, almost picking them before they're ready, so that I can try this and get a great result instead of having a sad result, if that makes any sense. Okay, this next one, we are starting for next week. So we're starting it to be able to, and we're going to check on it next week before we try some fermentation. I wanted to do this 2 years ago. I've been seeing this all over the internet. I've been watching people make them. I've been watching people eat them, is the more important thing. So I want to know, but I decided this year, if I successfully did these other pickles, which I'm considering this a success now, then I would clip up and I would branch out and try something a little bit different. Remember, I'm not trying to go from no pickling skill to master pickler this season. Okay, I'm not trying to make that big jump. I'm clipping up. So now that I successfully have quick pickled some vegetables, including cucumbers, now I'm going to clip up and try something different. So y'all are going to know what I'm going to say here in a second, but who else here ate more watermelon, like ate your weight in watermelon this July 4th? Go ahead and raise your hand if you're like me. Alyssa and I ate watermelon after watermelon, I mean slice after slice after slice after slice, and John brought me over the perfect knife to cut it. We just got a nice big watermelon. I thumped, felt, smelt, looked for webbing, looked for spots, looked for everything, did all the right things, and I picked the perfect, absolutely perfect watermelon, and we literally just sat and sliced and ate, sliced and ate, sliced and ate. I didn't carve it, I didn't chunk it, I didn't prep it at all. We literally put it on, yeah, everybody's like, I did, put it on the table where we were serving the rest of the food, on a plastic, a washable tablecloth, and then I sat a little bag of Irish Spring soap next to it. If y'all don't know, then you don't know. Irish Spring soap will get rid of the bugs. Just don't accidentally get it in your food. But that, nothing, like no fruit flies, no wasps, no flies, nothing got near that watermelon while we just left it out and sliced them off, ate it, sliced them off and ate it. So Alyssa and I ate so much watermelon because we were the main eaters of it, but we ate so much watermelon that I have enough watermelon rind to try pickling watermelon rind. Okay, this is very new for me. Never had it, never tried it, have wanted to try it for 2 years. Look, if y'all can see that, look how pretty it's going to be. The way you make it though, I couldn't make it while we were chatting, so I had to go ahead and get it prepared, but we're going to put it into we're going to get it put into the into the container so y'all can see how pretty it is. Okay, and Ashley, honey, baby, Siri, first of all, I doubt your name is Ashley. So we're going to ban Ashley. So if somebody else could help me, please. It's hard for me to do it when we're live. Let's see. So if somebody else could help me, I doubt that that's even her name. I doubt that's even Ashley. And let's see. We're going to ban her, and we're going to hide all from her. So again, it might take a couple of us doing it. Thank you, Melissa. Okay. So anyway, I seriously doubt that that's somebody named Ashley. So it's just, and I don't even know what I think that's like trying to sell you something that's probably Weight Watchers related. So anyway, so I should have removed them all, hopefully. And thank you, Lynn. Yeah, thank you all for blocking that too. So back to what we were talking about, and thank you, Debbie. So back to what we were talking about. This was new for me. Been wanting to try it, been seeing it. So last week I was telling y'all how good it smelled in the showroom. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is quick pickled watermelon rinds. Let me tell you real quick what is in these. Actually, let's put some in a jar just so that y'all can see it, because I feel weird explaining what's in here and y'all can't even see it. Here it is. Okay. So one thing I learned about quick pickling watermelon rinds, and one of the things that I learned quickly is that you do have to remove the green part of the rind. That never occurred to me until I started looking around on the internet trying to figure out how to do this. So you do remove the green part. You're a-okay to eat the actual watermelon. You want to leave just a tiny bit of the watermelon, and then some of the I'll come back later and pour some brine back in there, but you want to leave. Has anybody else made this? Has anyone else made pickled watermelon? Just curious. So I'll get some brine put into these here in a few minutes, but I'm so excited about these, first of all, because I love watermelon. Love watermelon. And I'm hoping that I did not block the rest of you all. Okay, Danielle's never heard of it. So Danielle, if this turns out good, then I will, not this, let me think. Would it be ready by this Tuesday? Today's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Maybe. It might taste okay by Tuesday. I'll let you know. I'll figure it out for you. So, did not read the green, didn't like it, maybe because of the green. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so maybe. So I am a huge, so Lynn says she's not a huge watermelon fan. I am a huge watermelon fan. So this is like right up my alley, but it's letting me use all of the watermelon I took when I sliced off the green. I just put it into my compost. And literally all I had to have to make this is watermelon. So I had watermelon, apple cider vinegar, which I had from last week from making the other pickled vegetables, water. I did have to invest a little bit. So thank you to everyone who has sent stars. The last two batches of stars, I went ahead and invested in some organic crystallized ginger, which I had never used before. I went ahead and invested in some, again, some star anise, which I'd never owned before. And I already had some cinnamon sticks. You don't use ground cinnamon. Casey and I will I promise we will get some of these recipes put up. Time has just been like super whatever here lately. But I want to say the star anise, this was the ingredient that I was saying at the very beginning of the chat that I know I've had anise but I just never used it in this form or fashion. It's licorice. Oh, I love this smell. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Smell it. The anise. Oh, see, I love licorice, and that smells so good. So again, thank you to everyone who has sent stars lately. Do you see how happy I am to own the star anise now, because it smells so good? Like, if I didn't think it would drive John crazy, I would just sleep with it. The crystallized ginger also smells good, but the star anise, oh man, it smells so good. But anyway, so it is watermelon rind, apple cider vinegar, water, crystallized ginger, sugar, but I used the Truvia Sweet Complete again. So this is sugar with monk fruit. I used that instead. Salt. This person recommended kosher salt. I used pink Himalayan sea salt because it worked well for my last batch of pickling. And I used the anise. You do not have to use it, but I did. I used that, and I used the cinnamon stick. I did use a bay leaf. I did use that, and a few peppercorns. And we're gonna find out here in about a week, or maybe in a few days, we're gonna find out what pickled watermelon rind tastes like. Is it not pretty though? It's so pretty. And yes, so John says napalm in the morning. Yeah, I guess anise would smell like napalm in the morning, maybe. You know, don't sass me or I'll bring some of it home. It smells so good. It smells, I don't know, it just smells so stinking good. And this, it smells, I don't know, it just smells fantastic. I am hoping, so Vicki says, is the green not the rind? Now I'm wishing I had saved a piece of it for you. No. So that's the peel. So the green is the peel. That white part that's in between the, well, okay, so Debbie says she doesn't think monk fruit is an approved canning sugar. Since I'm not actually canning, I'm just quick pickling, then I'm not as worried about it. But thank you for that pointer, and I will look that up and see what maybe I should be using instead. But what was I saying? Let's see, Vicki. So Vicki says, is the green not the rind? The green is the peel. The white part that's in between the yummy red part that you eat and the green, that is the rind. So that is the part that you want. And so it has the little tinges of pink because, you know, because it still has a little bit of the actual watermelon left on there. So I will keep y'all posted how that tastes. Casey is headed on a road trip tomorrow and Tuesday, which means we will have her children for 2 days. But she has plans to get caught up on all of these recipes when she gets back, and we'll keep you all posted. Yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed this. It smells so stinking good in here, again, for the second week in a row. I know the people that are working tomorrow are going to be like, what in the world? Because it smelled like garlic and love last week, and this week it smells like licorice and ginger and love again this week. But I hope y'all had a great time. We'll get those recipes posted on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. You can always go back later and watch this video on YouTube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. Yep, and I hope if you do that on YouTube that you'll go subscribe pretty please. Remember to click that little bell so that you'll be notified when the next video comes up. And y'all have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Good night.